Nixon, the State of the Union, and Ford are all on this day. Welcome back to On This Day. Today's date is January 5th, 2023. It is the 5th day of the year. You got 360 days left in 2023. It is your first Thursday in your first week, and the 16th day of winter. There are 74 days left until spring. Today is National Keto Day. National Keto Day hits January 5th with an approach of transforming our health. Recent research suggests that a high-fat, low-carb, ketogenic, or keto diet offers a number of benefits. So, one thing I will tell you right off the bat, my oldest son got out of the Army and lifting weights. He was just thick and decided he was going to go on keto. He didn't like being that thick anymore. The amount of muscle he had really wasn't necessary anymore. He went on keto, and I would say within about 60 days, he dropped about 10% of his body weight. And most of it was fat. Not like he had a lot, but it just shreds the fat off your body. Anyway, two of the most significant perks seen with a keto diet are weight loss and a healthy blood sugar. They've also had studies that have shown it really helps people with type 2 diabetes. Doesn't get rid of it, doesn't cure it, but helps you maintain it. It also includes healthy cholesterol, and blood pressure will go down. Of course, there's those other studies that say it may help Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Those are not confirmed, and those really fall under the category of maybe this is helping. If you decide you want to go on keto, keep one thing in mind. You're going to have to quit eating bread. Your diet will consist of things like eggs, avocados, olive oil, meats, nuts, dairy, low carbohydrate vegetables such as asparagus, broccoli, and green peppers. Occasionally you can have things like berries, but not that often because it's got sugar, and it's a whole thing. And from what I saw with my son going through it, you're not a happy person the first week or so. All right, let's see what else January 5th has given us. 1914, the Ford Motor Company announces an 8-hour workday and minimum daily wages of $5 in salary plus bonuses. That's kind of good for the time, 1914. That would be about $150 today. That doesn't seem like a lot, but back in 1914, workers pretty much had no rights and they were happy to get anything in most cases. 1925, Nellie Taylor Ross of Wyoming becomes the first female governor in the United States. Most people refer to Wyoming as the Cowboy State or Big Wyoming, something like that. Their official nickname is the Equality State, and this is part of why. 1949, in his State of the Union address, United States President Harry S. Truman unveils his Fair Deal program. Now, this was a piggyback off of FDR's New Deal, which he did during the Great Depression. Now, Harry S. Truman was faced with the end of World War II and a wartime economy. A lot of people went to work during World War II, not just soldiers. So Harry S. Truman was tasked with turning the economy into something that it wasn't, a peacetime economy. There was a lot of different fears with the war ending, like would it bring on the Great Depression again? So Harry S. Truman and his people came up with the Fair Deal. This was programs designed to strengthen the middle class and people living in poverty. This would be achieved by raising the minimum wage and extending Social Security benefits to millions of more workers. Truman also fought for public housing and different programs to help the poor. Now, there was a whole bunch of other programs like major improvements in the coverage and adequacy of unemployment compensation, increased aid to farmers. There was proposals of major revisions to the taxation system, a greater level of assistance for small businesses, improvements in federal aid to war veterans. Now, that was in 1945. In 1949, they had even more proposals, and a lot of those had to do with civil rights. 1957, in a speech given to the United States Congress, United States President Dwight D. Eisenhower announces the establishment of what will be later called the Eisenhower Doctrine. 1972, U.S. President Richard Nixon announces the Space Shuttle program. 1991, Somali Civil War. The United States Embassy to Somalia in Mogadishu is evacuated by helicopter airlift days after an outbreak of violence in Mogadishu. 1993, oil tanker MV Briere runs aground on the coast of the Shetland Islands, spilling 84,000 tons of crude oil. Movies released on January 5th, 1996, Nixon. This was a historical drama directed by Oliver Stone about the political and personal life of former U.S. President Richard Nixon. The film was nominated for 4 Academy Awards, including the Best Actor for Anthony Hopkins, who played Nixon. You know, this was an okay movie. I just expected it to be so much better. better. First of all, I love Oliver Stone movies. Anthony Hopkins is amazing. It also had Ed Harris, who's amazing. Bob Hopkins played J. Edgar Hoover. Sadly, he just passed away in 2014. I didn't know that. Anyway, David Hyde Pierce was in there. Annabeth Gish, Powers Booth, and Mary Steenburgen. Yeah, I just expected so much more out of it. It was okay. Born on January 5th, 1975, Bradley Cooper. He is an actor who was nominated for Academy Awards for his roles in Silver Lining Playbook, American Sniper, American Hustle, and A Star is Born. He also starred in The Place Beyond the Pines, the Hangover trilogy, and provides the voice for Rocket in the Guardians of the Galaxy films. He received an English degree from Georgetown University and made his television debut in Sex and the City in 1999. He was also in the show Alias for like 5 years. Died on January 5th, 1933, Calvin Coolidge. He was the 30th U.S. president, who was mostly remembered for being a man of few words, which earned him the nickname Silent Cal. He was a farmer, school teacher, and a local store clerk. He achieved national recognition for his handling of the Boston police strike in 1919. He held a record number of presidential press conferences for the time at 520. Pretty good for a man known as Silent Cal. Calvin Coolidge died on January 5th, 1933 from coronary thrombosis. Shortly before his death, Coolidge confirmed to an old friend, "I feel I no longer fit in these times." He was 60 years old. All right, that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Now go out, have a great day, and be nice to each other.